The night is quiet, but the drama, oh darling, it's never been louder. You may have forgotten all about your favorite nighttime soaps, but Miss Kane, she never did. She's been watching all the affairs, the betrayals, and the big hair, and now she's here to tell you everything you missed, or perhaps just forgot. This is Drama After Dark. Slip into something comfortable, and let's catch you up.
Don't just watch the scandal, darling. Subscribe and join the drama every Friday.
Well, it's a bright Texas morning at Southfork. All picture-perfect smiles and polished manners, darling, but underneath, it's business as usual. This Ellie's chatting about bands like she's hosting a charity gala. Sue Ellen's booking music that sounds like a nursing home shuffle, and poor Lucy Ewing's just plucking her guitar, wondering how her 18th birthday turned into a senior social. Then, Pam floats in, just glowing, twirling a new dress for Bobby. And the family, oh, they coo over her like she's the present. Nobody's asking Lucy what she wants. They're far too busy running the show. So she stumps upstairs to try on those dresses Pam picked, still hoping for one tiny thing that feels hers. And then she hears it, voices drifting up from below. Jock and JR, deep in strategy, plotting to turn her birthday bash into a political handshake session. A few minutes later, they stroll through like nothing's wrong, talking business over breakfast. And Lucy, bless her heart, finally gets it. Even at 18, she's still just background noise in her own life. So when she snaps and says she hates this family, honey, that's not teenage drama. That's a woman waking up to the Ewing way of life. Breakfast at Southfork, darling. Sunshine, silverware, and selective hearing. Pam's breaking the news that Lucy's upset, and the whole table stops just long enough to fake concern. Sue Ellen sighs like motherhood's simply exhausting. Miss Ellie waves it off with that she'll get over it wisdom. And Bobby, bless his heart, actually admits the girl might have a reason. For half a minute it sounds hopeful, doesn't it? Maybe they'll change the band. Maybe even let Lucy invite someone under 50. But before the coffee cools, JR and Jock Ewing steer it right back to politics. Oates, Slade, Barnes, it's less breakfast, more a campaign briefing. The women just glaze over while the men divvy up the county. Pam heads out, Sue Ellen does her polite wife routine, and Miss Ellie moves on to trimming the guest list. Then she steps outside to rush Lucy off to school, and that's when it happens. Lucy spots a letter with her name on it, tucks it behind her back like it's contraband, and slips out the door with that guilty little smile energy. Nobody notices, but the tone shifts. The girl who was sulking a minute ago just found herself a secret, and around Southfork, honey, secrets never stay quiet for long. Lucy spots Ray heading out, and, well, calls him down like she's got some breaking news. Poor Ray, he just wanted a day off. But Lucy, Ewing? Oh, she's got a crisis, and a letter burning a hole in her pocket, no less. She's trying to explain how she feels invisible in her own home, and for once, she's not wrong, bless her heart. Then she pulls out the real bomb. It's from her mama, Valine. Turns out Val didn't run off or take money like JR claimed. He lied, darling. He threatened her, and Lucy's just now realizing how deep that betrayal runs. Ray's trying to stay neutral, but you can see it in his face. He knows there's truth in it, and it makes him uncomfortable as hell. Then Lucy says it. She wants to invite her mama to the party. Ray practically chokes on the idea. He's thinking about Jock, about the fight that'll surely follow. But Lucy, oh, she's thinking about what's right. She's 18, she's angry, and she's done keeping quiet. That letter didn't just open old wounds. No, it lit the fuse. Dinner at Southfork, darlings, which, as usual, means the men are talking politics while the women play props. Jock and JR are deep in campaign math, training favors like poker chips, when Lucy, bless her heart, walks in and detonates the piece. She doesn't want a dress, doesn't want a band. No, she wants her mama invited to her 18th birthday party. And honey, the whole table goes silent. Even the silverware stops moving. JR shuts it down before she finishes, and Jock backs him like loyalty's a reflex. But Lucy stands her ground. Oh yes, she does. She calls JR what he is, a liar, right to his smug face. And for once, The truth's louder than Jock's temper. Miss Ellie's pleading for calm, Bobby's trying to mediate, and JR, bless his ego, waves it off as female emotions. That's when Lucy's done. She walks out shaking, furious, and by the time she hits the stairs, the spoiled Ewing girl is gone, and the woman who replaces her is ready to burn the whole ranch down if she has to. The night falls heavy over Southfork, darling, and the house, it just settles into silence, the kind that follows a family fight nobody won. Then Lucy, oh Lucy, she steps out, bag in one hand, guitar in the other, walking straight into the dark. No goodbye, no second thought. Just a girl choosing freedom over family, and not realizing, bless her heart, how high the price tag really is. Morning kinda slides in quiet, don't it? But not for long, darling. Oh no, JR's already suited up, that confidence of his polished to a shine, calling for his car keys like the whole world runs on his schedule. Bless his heart. From the bed, Sue Ellen, bless her, barely wakes, just murmurs that maybe he left him in the car. He checks and stops cold, dear. The car's gone. Keys, credit cards, everything. And so is Lucy. Can you believe it? Then comes that JR boil. You know, that slow burn turning to pure rage. He spits it out like an accusation and a confession all at once. She stole my car to see that tramp mother of hers. The words just hang in the air, thick with disgust and wounded pride. For once, there's no deal to fix, no spin to save face. Just JR standing there in his perfect suit, realizing he's lost control, to an 18-year-old girl with a guitar and his Benz. Oh, the drama. Lucy's tearing down the highway in JR's silver Benz, running on freedom and bad judgment. She pulls into a roadside diner, just her, a guitar, and the thrill of doing something she's not supposed to. Then a van eases in beside her. The driver sits a beat, watching. He leans over, opens the glove box, and reaches for a gun before sliding it under his jacket. Moves like a man with time and trouble. Inside, his eyes find Lucy, and she meets the look head-on, playful, curious, maybe even inviting. Then she spots the cops outside circling the Benz and makes her move. Drops 20 on the counter, flashes a smile, and walks out like she's leaving behind a tip, not a trail. He notices, pays her tab, pockets the change, and follows. A few miles up the road, Lucy's hitchhiking when that same van slows beside her. She climbs in without hesitation, charm switched on, grin ready. Once they're rolling, he finally speaks. Couldn't help staring back there, he says. She laughs. He's Willie, she's Lucy Clements, and she has no idea what she's just gotten into. Well, it's late afternoon at Southfork, darling. The sun's sharp and the air just heavy with worry. The family rushes onto the back patio, everyone talking over one another, trying to piece together where on earth Lucy's gone. Miss Ellie's still on the phone with the police, her voice calm, but oh, her hand is trembling. They found JR's Benz outside a coffee shop near Waco, parked clean. No sign of trouble, but no Lucy. Pam, bless her heart, she presses for details. Sue Ellen, well, she mutters that Lucy's always been impossible. And JR, he paces like he's about to fire someone, darling. He growls about sending his men to drag Lucy home, teach her the facts of life, until Bobby steps in, calm, firm, just done with it all. He'll go find Lucy himself. Miss Ellie nods. It's the only real plan in the room, isn't it? JR exhales, grabs a glass, takes a long swig, and freezes. Iced tea. The look on his face just says it all. Even his vices have turned against him, poor dear. On the road now, Lucy's still chatting like it's a date instead of a getaway. She leans back, smiling, telling stories about her daddy working for rich folks and how they drove him off. Willie listens just enough to feed her confidence, asking careful questions, filing away every single detail. By the time they pull up to a small cafe, well, she thinks she's made a friend. Inside, Lucy does all the talking, asking for her mama like this is all finally coming together. The counterman says Valine quit weeks ago, perhaps moved to Austin. You can just see the light drain out of Lucy's eyes. Then, Chaos. While she's still reeling, Riley pulls a gun. The room freezes, darling. Cash register open, voice hard, no hesitation whatsoever. Lucy's absolutely paralyzed, and when they bolt, he's laughing, calling her pretty lady like it's all just a game. She's shaking, insisting she didn't know. Willie tells her to shut up, and just like that, the runaway act turns criminal. The cafe's half empty, darling, but oh, it's loud with tension when Bobby walks in. A register smashed, police are scribbling notes, and the counterman, bless his heart, he's still fuming. He swears Lucy battered her eyes, kept him talking while the man with her went straight for the cash. In his mind, she's just as guilty. Bobby, well, he doesn't argue, he just listens. Calm voice, sharp questions. Was anyone hurt? No. Did Lucy say who she was? Yes. Full name, plain as day. That stops the officer's pen mid-scratch, wouldn't you know it? Bobby explains what they don't see. Lucy's not clever enough to stage a robbery, but she's soft-hearted enough to follow the wrong person. The counterman's still bristling, until Bobby opens his wallet. 100 for the damage. Another for the good day's receipts. Suddenly, darling, temper's cool. The man mentions something small. The lean used to talk about Austin. He told Lucy that, and it seemed to hit home. That's all Bobby needs. He thanks them both, tips his hat, and steps out. He's got a direction now, and the look of a man who won't stop until he finds her. The van's parked on the shoulder now, morning sun cutting right through the windows. Lucy, bless her heart, she stirs first, still clutching that guitar like it could save her. For 1 second, just one, she thinks she can slip away. Then his voice, oh, it just cuts through the quiet. Where do you think you're going? It's not playful anymore, darling. She tries reasoning, saying maybe they should split up. He just laughs, like it's a joke only he gets, says he doesn't like alone, calls her his girl. Reminds her she stole a car, a credit card, proof they're the same, you see. You can just see it in Lucy's face, can't you? The realization that charm won't save her this time. He leans close, all fake affection and forced smiles, promising Austin, breakfast, a future. She begs, offers to keep quiet if he'll just let her go. But he's too far gone, honey. Says she wouldn't say anything mean about him, that they're together now. And in that moment, it's crystal clear. Lucy isn't just lost. Oh no, she's trapped.
The drama sparkles best when you're part of it. Subscribe and stay close, like a whispered secret. Leave a comment, tell us what has you gasping, because every scandal deserves an audience.
Back at Southfork, darling, the birthday party glows under the lights. Laughter, music, and a whole lot of pretending, I tell you. Everyone's trying to celebrate, but it feels off. Lucy's gone, and no amount of champagne can fill that empty chair. At the bar, Jock's holding a glass of club soda, trying to look composed. Miss Ellie joins him, her voice calm but heavy. He admits, almost to himself, that maybe he should have let Valine come. Maybe that one choice set everything in motion. Oh, the drama! Miss Ellie tells him not to second-guess it. Bobby's with her now. She gives his arm a reassuring touch before moving back to the party. When she's gone, Jock stares at the bubbles in his glass, then signals to the bartender. A couple shooters of bourbon in there before I rush my stomach. The man nods. Jock takes a slow sip, eyes distant. The party keeps spinning, but guilt tastes stronger than the drink. My. Same Texas highway, darling. 2 different gas stations. One running on hope, the other, well, on fumes. At the first stop, Bobby, bless his heart, keeps his cool, credit card in hand, polite as ever. He asks if anyone else has come through using a Ewing card. The attendant just shrugs. Maybe, can't be sure, you know. Says there are a few stations out this way, one about 10 blocks south. Bobby thanks him, that Ewing charm masking the worry, and off he goes again. Closer than he realizes, darling. A few miles down, Willie's at another pump, using that same Ewing fuel card like it's a ticket to fortune. Can you believe it? When the pump stops, so does his patience. He turns a routine fill-up into a stick-up, thinking he's just hit it big. Oh, the drama. Later, Lucy counts the take. $30. That's it. Willie loses it, shouting, ready to storm back. She talks fast, pleading calm, and for a second he seems to listen. Then that grin returns. Thin, dangerous. He says they'll see. Keep it cool. But nothing about Willie's cool anymore, honey. Not a thing. Southfork's just shining under that Texas sun. Isn't it, darling? Linen tablecloths, silver trays, and enough sweet tea to drown the truth. It's a beautiful party, if you don't look too close, that is. Cam's doing her best to play hostess, smiling ever so tight as she accepts gifts for Lucy, pretending the girl's absence is just another little detail to manage. And Sue Ellen, oh, she's effortless, truly. Perfect posture, perfect poise. She's gliding through the crowd like she's on a stage, keeping the laughter light, smoothing every awkward pause, tossing out that line about Lucy being fashionably late. She said it so many times it almost sounds true. Meanwhile, JR's gone and turned a birthday party into a business pitch, talking politics with Congressman Oates before the cake's even been cut. Sue Ellen drifts in, listening more than she speaks, asking about Cliff Barnes with that soft, casual tone that means anything but. It's a sunny afternoon, the kind that looks ever so calm from afar. But you can just feel the cracks forming right beneath that shine, can't you? The police are just pulling out when Bobby steps from his car. Dust, heat, and the hum of a highway that's seen too much, darling. The station looks half abandoned, the kind of place that keeps its secrets, wouldn't you agree? Bobby waits until the last squad car's gone, before walking up to the shaken attendant. The man's wary, still rattled, poor dear. Says the guy in the van caught him off guard, plain vehicle, no markings, no reason to notice it till it was speeding off. Headed south, maybe Austin, maybe nowhere. There's 100 turnoffs between here and there. Bobby listens, patient, nodding, then reaches into his pocket and folds a few bills into the man's hand. For the trouble. Oh, the tension just melts away, doesn't it? He asked the attendant to call the Austin police. Tell Captain Novak to keep an eye out for that van, and to be careful. The girl is family. The man promises he will. Bobby gives one last nod, looks down that long stretch of road, and climbs back into his car, chasing heat, hope, and, well, blood ties. By the time they reach Austin, honey, the sky's all hazy, and the plan, well, it's half-baked, isn't it? Willie spots a faded sign outside a roadside bar. Talent contest tonight. First prize, $100. Oh, he grins like the universe just handed him a score. You said you sing, right? Lucy shakes her head, a nervous laugh bubbling out. But Willie's already decided, hasn't he? Sure you can, he says, tossing her the guitar like it's an order. The sound of those strings hitting her hands snaps her back to the reality she can't escape. Inside, darling, the place is dim and desperate. A comedian cracking bad jokes to a crowd that's already half gone. Willie leans close, whispering how proud he is, how she better sing good, how they're about to hit it big. Out in the parking lot, a cop spots their van. Dull paint, wrong plates, a bad feeling. You know. He radios it in, calm but certain. Inside, Lucy's tuning up. Outside, the net's already closing. The air inside Southfork's sitting room is, darling, thick with ego and politics. JR's old charm and smooth talk. Oates is the kind of man who smiles while drawing blood, and Slade's barely keeping his temper from spilling all over the carpet. Oates lays it out plain, love. If JR wants his support, he'd better keep Slade clean, or risk losing everything to Cliff Barnes. The name alone has JR grinding his molars behind that grin. Slade snaps, JR soothes, and Jock sits between them pretending this isn't already on fire. Oates finally says what everyone knows. He's here for Ewing money, not Ewing company. When he leaves, JR leans back like a man who's already paid for loyalty in advance. Outside, the party's thinning under the late-day sun. Sue Ellen's waiting, polished, patient, perfectly aware of her audience. She thanks the congressman, all sugar and strategy, then slides the talk toward Cliff Barnes, watching him take the bait. By the time he walks away, Oates thinks he's made an impression. But the only one who got played tonight was him. Sue Ellen's already 2 steps ahead, and JR's not the only Ewing pulling strings. Well, the party's long over, darling. The guests gone. And the house, finally, blessedly quiet. The air feels softer now, just the clinking of glasses being cleared and the hum of night settling over Southfork. Miss Ellie, bless her heart, she stands on the porch, watching Jock just linger, like a man waiting for ghosts. She tells him to come inside, to rest, to let it go for the night. But Jock, oh, he won't budge. No, he won't. Says he chased Lucy away, and he'll be right there to welcome her home. Ellie tries again, gentle but firm, the way only she can be with him. He reminds her, she never lied to him, not once in 40 years. She tells him that's true. It's always been true. He nods, quiet, proud, stubborn to the bone. Says then he'll wait. And so he does, an old man sicking in the Texas night, holding on to faith the way some folks hold on to whiskey. Well, darling, the bar, it just hums with all that noise and cigarette haze, doesn't it? And then, the host, he calls up this cute little gal from North Texas. And Lucy, she just steps into the light. No guitar, no backup, just that trembling voice fighting its way through all that smoke. She starts her song, soft and sure, singing about lonely mansions and, oh, broken promises. For a moment, even this crowd, they just forget where they are. Outside, the police, they're moving into place. One heads for the roof with a rifle, two slip around back, and the captain, well, he keeps the perimeter tight. Bobby waits beside him, silent but ready, eyes fixed on that door. His niece, she's in there. The captain, he promises caution. Inside, Charlie's already mixed in with the patrons, radio tucked close. Willie's at the bar, gun low, voice calm, telling the man for all the bills, business as usual, you know? Lucy finishes her song and steps down. Charlie presses his mic, voice low and steady. They're coming out the back. They step out into the night, thinking they've made it. Willie's even smiling, calling Lucy, sweetheart, telling her she did good. Then the command cuts through the dark. Police! Freeze! Everything stops. The floodlights snap on, blinding, brutal. Officers in position, guns drawn, voices low but steady. One of them warns there's no way out. Willie jerks Lucy close, pressing the gun against her side, shouting back that nobody moves or she gets hurt. Behind the line, Bobby stands with the captain, barely holding his ground. His face says what his mouth can't. That's family in that man's grip. He begs for a chance to talk to her. The captain hesitates, then gives him 2 minutes. Bobby steps forward, voice calm but sharp with fear, calling out to Lucy, asking if she's all right. The echo carries across the lot, and that's when Willie finally starts to understand who he's dealing with. The car park's absolutely blinding under those floodlights, darling. A hard edge of heat. And, oh, the fear. Willie's got Lucy held ever so tight, shouting at the coppers to just stay back, you know. But Bobby's voice, it just carries so steady through all that noise. No panic, no bluff. He offers himself instead. Blessin'. Her for him. And cash included, can you believe it? Willie, well, he hesitates, suspicion fighting with that awful greed. He tells Bobby to move closer, slowly, hands up. And Bobby does, step by careful step. Lucy, she's just trembling, her voice cracking as she begs him not to trust Willie. He snaps at her to be quiet, the gun shaking in his hand, darling. Then he orders Bobby to turn around, ever so slow, so he can see he's unarmed. Bobby obeys, deliberate, so steady. And that's when Lucy moves, biting down hard on Willie's arm. He shouts in pain, jerks, and Bobby lunges. The two struggle, locked so tight, strength against pure desperation. It's over in near seconds, you know. The police rush in, pulling Willie off, taking the gun clean from his hand. The sound fades, no shot, just breathing, just that sweet relief. Bobby gathers Lucy close. She's shaken, crying, but, oh, she's alive. He whispers she's safe now, and for the very first time all night, it's absolutely true. Evening settles over Southfork, darling. That familiar Texas hush, rolling in with the crickets. On the patio, JR and Sue Ellen. Well, they're sitting in the afterglow of the day's party. The deal struck, the favors promised. JR's still riding high, boasting that the congressman loved every minute of it. Sue Ellen, bless her heart, she smiles that polished smile, the kind that says, "As long as you're happy, darling," but her eyes are elsewhere. Always calculating, you know. Inside, the house feels too quiet, until Miss Ellie bursts through the screen door, breathless with news. They found Lucy, she's safe, and she'll be home tomorrow. Relief, oh, it just ripples across the patio. Even JR lets out a long breath he didn't know he was holding. Can you believe it? And Jock, still waiting by the rail, he just nods. He says he was hoping for a dance with his granddaughter. Miss Ellie tells him, well, maybe tomorrow. And for once, tomorrow sounds like enough. First off, to everybody who's already subscribed, baby, thank you. You're the reason this drama keeps pouring. I see you liking, commenting, sipping right along with me, and I love you for it. Now for the rest of y'all just watching from the sidelines, what's the holdup? We're sitting at 29 subscribers, more than halfway to 50, and I want you in this family. Go on, hit that button. Let's make it official before JR stirs up the next mess. You bring the shade, I'll bring the bourbon. Deal?
Well, wasn't that deliciously messy? Miss Kane walked you through the drama, and trust me, the secrets are just starting to spill. But don't think it's over, darling. There's always another scandal waiting in the shadows. This has been Drama After Dark. Until next time, we'll be watching. Will you?